Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the reviews that I got for my first video, the comments. I really truly appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your friends and family. So today's video I am doing a story time. Remember on my previous video there's a question that asked me the period of time where I had to have courage, and I told you guys that I'm gonna make a story time about that. So here I am with a story time. Oh, by the way, it's a different setting. In my brother's house. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, it was in 2015, mid 2015, towards the end of the year. So I was in Cape Town. So in the house we were four. It was my aunt, my aunt's niece, and my aunt's nephew, and also me. So we were four. So my aunt's nephew was 2 years older than me. So already big adolescent stage, you know what I mean? So he was that rebellious child who always nje, like guy. So he started smoking, doing all those things that happens outside the streets, and he happens to contract TB. So okay, he starts falling sick and everything. So I noticed good. Okay, he usually he's a person who eats a lot. So now all of a sudden he doesn't eat. I don't know, man. He was acting weirdly, and then I told my aunt about it. Your son is, he's not okay, and then she took her to the doctor, and then they came back. They told me that he has ETB. So luckily he has ETB 6 months, So I also have experience with the TB 6 months. I was diagnosed with it 2012. So I know what happens. I know what you need to do. 6 months. You just have to drink your medication for a period of 6 months, and even if you feel better on your 4th month during medication, you should never stop. You should continue, my baby. So I tell this guy, hi man, I have had TB, so I know what you can do, what you cannot do. So firstly, you need to stop smoking because you're a smoker, and you need to start eating healthy foods. So my aunt started buying our 100% juicy, those vegetables and fruits. Like she like started buying those things for the guy to recover well. Okay, cool. So the guy seemed very good. As in, I'm determined. I'm gonna drink this medication. Ooh, it's losing focus. Okay, I'm gonna drink medication and I'm gonna get it done. Okay, cool. So fine. Okay, months go on. On the 4th month, I think he completely stopped drinking medication. And I noticed, and then I asked him, one thing about me is that if I ask you something in regards to your health or if I know that thing has a personal interest, I asked you about it and then you dismiss me, then I'm not gonna ask you again, because you have to do the right thing, right? Okay, cool. So this guy stops drinking medication, and I tell my aunt, this guy has stopped drinking medication. And bear in mind, I am I have asthma, so my breathing sometimes is like, you could be sitting here next to me, and then you could be like, why are you breathing so heavily? Oh my gosh, why are you breathing so heavily? And I'm like, no, I'm breathing normally, but like a person next to me will tell me, Guti, your breathing is, you know what I mean. Okay, cool. So this guy stopped drinking medication. Like, okay, sharp, because it's his life at the end of the day, right? Okay. And then in the following year, in March, I start experiencing weird symptoms. I'm losing weight. I was a big girl. Not literally big, but then I had some type of bending weight, like So I realized I'm losing weight. I'm sweating at night. I wasn't coughing. Like, I never coughed. the only symptoms I experienced, I lost weight, I was sweating at night, I wasn't eating. People who know me know that I love food. So if Andiki, that is questionable table. What's wrong with you? You know? Okay, cool. And then I tell my aunt about these symptoms. And then I always I procrastinate going to the clinic because I think I was scared of what I was gonna be told. Like, you know, I don't like uxelela into uyikuxelela into ongafuna uyiva. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm gonna translate, I'm gonna put subtitles for my non-Xhosa speaking people. So okay, during March, so now in Khayelitsha, I was in Cape Town, I was in Khayelitsha, by the way, in my cars. So now I don't know what was happening. I don't know, I think guys, I genuinely don't know. So this one time, it was during the week, kufika nurses from the clinic. They tell us that they go around testing people because they know what abantu boyiku tester for TB and HIV, you know. So I'm like, I test for TB, you know. Okay. And then my aunt is like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure because I'm experiencing these symptoms and I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. They give me smaller bottle like this size. They tell me that I should go outside and cough. Okay. When I cough, I spot I spot blood, like it drop in guys. Then I take it back to them, and then they tell me that they write everything down here, my details and everything. Then they tell me that they're gonna be back after a week with my results. Okay, cool, sharp. We're chilling, you know. And then the following week they come in the morning. I was cleaning that morning, so they come. They tell me, "Good tea, baby girl, you need to sit down because we have news for you." I'm like, okay. So here I am. Excuse me. So I am scanner. They tell me the news. They tell me that I have a TB. And I'm like, I've had a TB before, so I'm, you know, it's not really a train smash. It's, you know, I'm gonna finish my course 6 months. 6 months small water, that one. Okay, cool. And then they tell me that I have a TB. However, it's not a TB 6 months. It's a 2-year TB. And I'm like, what kind of TB is that? 2 years, like it's my first time hearing about it. Bear in mind, it is 2016 in March. And then they tell me it's MDR TB, it's multi-drug resistant. I'm gonna put on details about everything that I'm gonna be talking about in the description box for those who wanna read more about, you know, TB and everything. Okay, cool. I have MDR TB. 2 years. I'm in grade 10. By matric, I'll be done with it. Small water. Even like always, when something comes, I'm always scared, but then at the same time, I convince myself, I'm gonna pull through for this, you know. Okay, cool. And then they call my aunt, they tell her everything, and then they tell me that I should like dress up. We're going to the clinic to run some tests and start on medication. Okay, cool, sharp. Bear in mind, I was still writing, you know, those trial exams, like first term exams, those ones during March. I was writing those exams. Okay. I go to the clinic, the doctor tells me everything about it. And then he tells me that medication is quite a lot. And I have to drink it in the morning. Before anything. Before nditya or any, I have to drink it on an empty stomach. You know, I'm like, what kind of medication is that? Like on an empty stomach, like I don't understand. Okay, cool. And then they're not gonna start me on they're not gonna put me on medication soon. Like no, like now because I'm writing, so they're gonna put me after I'm done writing. I'm like, okay, because they told me that I'm gonna be nauseous, I'm gonna vomit, I'm gonna do a lot of things. So imagine going through all of that while at school. You know, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, cool. I go write my last 2 papers, and then fine, I go start with medication. I go to the clinic. They told me that I will be wearing a mask 24/7. In my mind, I'm like, what are the people gonna say? I'm not gonna be able to wear a mask. You know what I mean? Like, Come on, everyone will be walking freely in JNJ, and then here I am, this phone, like Jaini, Okay. So the doctor is like, you know what? Let us book you into a hospital so that you're gonna be isolated. I'm like, that would be better. I don't know, guys. Shem, cool, I have to say. The doctor does bookings. Apparently, hospitals are full in Cape Town. My dad is like, bring my daughter back home. I want my daughter home. I'm like, yo, guys. I was so happy to be going back home because, wow. Diakula, far away from my siblings, far away from my dad. Like, yonki into nje. Like, yonki into nje. Vele amoshagala, So, my dad is like, I want my daughter back home by the end of this week. I'm gonna say, he's talking to my aunt, which he's gonna send money to my aunt. My aunt has to put me on a bus back home, stuff like that. Okay, cool. 26 March, I remember very well. It was my friend's birthday on that day in Diabangai. 26 March, nyanke. I text guys from Cape Town to Johannesburg in a text. But the time it is a cab, my dad booked us a bus. But you know what? It's fine. These things happen. We move, right? Okay, cool. So now I'm on a taxi back home, and nas for you, I have TB, guys. It was, I don't know. It was the riskiest thing I've ever done. Like, okay. Then when I get to Joburg, my dad is living alone. I have to start a new clinic. I have to start everything. Clinic, medical, what? Okay, fine. I go register to a clinic. I got to my clinic, everything, be sharp. And then they tell me that I have to go every day in the morning, 7 a.m. to clinic, because I'm gonna be getting my daily injection. Injection corner, it is called Kanamycin. Guys, every morning, injection, you like when they inject you, I literally felt it on my leg. They inject you like on your butt. Let me show you here, like the side. If today by injector here, tomorrow they're gonna inject on this side. Okay, cool. Sharp. So now I realized this injection is like ruining my joints. I can't stand up straight now. I can't do any. I can't wash dishes. Like this spoon, guys. It was a very difficult task to do. Okay. My dad is living alone. So my dad he was working. He left home in the morning, came back very late. So I don't have anyone to cook for me, and I'm like, I have to eat like home cooked meal, like healthy home cooked meal. So now, what do we do? And then I'm like, I want to go live with my sister. Okay, cool. In Carlton. So my dad is like, oh, it's fine. You can go live with, because she's going to take care of you. She's going to cook for you and everything like that. Okay, cool. On the... What was the date? On the 13th of May. I remember it was the day before my birthday, guys. On the 13th of May, Zwapa takes it to Carltonville. Okay, when I get to Carltonville, my sister is, welcoming and everything. She cooks for me, she does everything. She washes for me. So now, I have to start another clinic again. Luckily, my sister is here with me now, so everything is easier. And then they tell me that I won't go to the clinic anymore. The clinic comes to me in the morning. So every morning the nurse comes into the house, she injects me as normal, and then she leaves. And then I sleep the entire day. Guys, I forgot to tell you something. Those pills, when you count them, including the tiny ones, all together, they are plus minus 20. So imagine I have to drink those medications on an empty stomach. And some of them, guys, I hate pills with all of my heart. All of my heart. Like you. So now I have to wake up drink my my sister told me that I'm not gonna drink medication on an empty stomach. Every morning she cooks for me and then she leaves, and then the nurse comes in and she injects me, and then when she leaves I sleep. Okay, cool. So now, as I'm going to the hospital for monthly checkup, the nurse there tells me that I need to stop Kanamycin, which is the injection, because firstly it's gonna damage my spinal cord. Remember I said it's already my joints are weakling, so now it's gonna damage my spinal cord. It's gonna damage my hearing. Like it could ngavali hearing yam totally ndingeva nix ebo. So what to the sister there, I should stop it and I should go to a hospital that specializes with TB, like yabo, TB. It's the only thing that they do. They specialize in that hospital. And then she tells us the hospital is in Joburg. It's in, where's that place? Edenvale, Alexandra, Modderfontein Road, next to Sandringham police station. I'm gonna put on details on where the hospital is situated and everything, or maybe I can put a snippet, a picture there of it. I don't know. So fine. Now I'm going to another hospital. What if I die? Guys, I've been relocating in a space less than 6 months already. I've been in 3 different places and I can't seem to find the right treatment for me. You know, a lot of things are going on in my mind, like, am I gonna get better? What's happening, you know? So on the 1st of June, my sister skipped work that morning. She went to work later on. So she came with me to the hospital, Carltonville Hospital, by the way. She came with me to the hospital. So we were waiting for a transport. It was on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, every Wednesday there's a transport from Carltonville that goes to different hospitals, Leratong, Bara, you know what I mean. So on Wednesday, waiting for transport that's gonna take me from here to Edenville in Modderfontein Road. Okay, cool. Shapo. Nyan, the transport arrives. I'm going alone now. I can't go with my sister because, you know, she said that I should go, and then when I get there, I should find the address here, that place, and then I'm gonna send it to her. Then she's gonna come visit me. Okay, cool. Mugyal is already in suitcases. I don't know whether I'm gonna be admitted or what, but already I have my suitcase, my thingies, my pajamas, gonkenje. It's ready and packed. Okay, cool. Then we go. When I get to that hospital after many hours of driving, because we had to go to different hospitals in Joburg. Our last stop was that hospital. Caesar Tropical Disease Hospital. Yes, Caesar Hospital. Until we got to Caesar Hospital was our last stop. So when I got, like, man, when the driver's like, are you gonna be admitted? And then I just looked at him. My eyes were puffy red, guys. I was crying the entire ndlela. Luckily that time I had a mask, so people can't really see. I had a mask, and then it was in June, so it was cold. I had a coat on, so people couldn't notice that I was crying until I got off the car, and the driver was like, why in a suitcase? Are you gonna sleep? Must admit. Then I just looked at him like, this guy, if I had the what I was gonna lift up my middle finger on him, but I didn't because I'm an obedient child, right? Okay, cool. So I go to Gateway, OPD. From OPD, they take me to X-ray. After X-ray, I'm gonna see the doctor now. Okay. When I get to the doctor shows me my X-ray. I'm like, it's a lie. That can't be my lungs, guys. I don't know which one. I think it was the left one is usually the one that is damaged. So my left lung, half of it was not there. And I'm like, how the hell is that even possible? And then she showed me everything about everything, G. And then she told me that unfortunately they have to admit me because they need to monitor me. They need to, since I came here because of Kanamycin that I have to stop, they have to put me on another treatment, and this treatment is not found in any other hospital besides this one, because it is the only hospital that specializes with TB, you know. Okay, cool. I'm talking to ward 14. When I get to ward 14, guys, I was the healthiest. I do not want to lie. No, I don't mean to throw shade in there, but no. Okay, cool. I'm showing my room, my bed, everything. I unpack. Then I tell my siblings, okay, they admitting me. I'm gonna sleep. Okay, cool. Then they ask for your address and everything like that. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay, 2 weeks down the line, in this ward 14, admission ward, they tell me that I have to go to ward 4, which is a woman's ward now. I'm like, I'm going to ward 4, guys. I'm healing now, so I'm gonna go home soon. I get to ward 4. So now, in place of Kanamycin, they gave me I don't know, I forgot the name. I'm gonna put it on. I forgot the name, but it's in a sachet. It's when you drink it, you can't drink it alone. You have to mix it with yogurt, or you have to mix it with something. You can't drink it with water, otherwise it's not gonna go down. Some people, they drink it with juice, some they put it into the yogurt and then they eat the yogurt. However, apparently it works as a, most when you like, let's say more I don't know now. It works as a umchayelo, rather. It sweeps everything away. Yebo. And then after, they're gonna give you medication go to, that's why I think I had a runny tummy, because the nurse told me that it works as a broom, so it sweeps everything away. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to ward 4. To ward 4, they kind of changed my medication a little bit. I think by a pill or 2, they changed my medication. Okay, cool, it's fine. I need you guys, it's fine. So now, I was in ward 4 for like 3-4 weeks. I thought that I'm going home now, And then the doctor calls me and tells me that one of the pills from MDR isn't working for me. So now I have to go to ward 16, which is an XDR ward. XDR is extreme drug resistance. Now, from MDR to XDR, how come, how dare, how does it happen? Like, I do not understand. Okay, I tell my sister. Oh, my sister was there. My sister came to visit me, so the doctor calls me alone. And then when I go out, I tell her, this is what the doctor said, so I have to pack my bags and go toward 16. There on top. Rumor has it that in ward 16, people are dying. Guys, you can only imagine how I was feeling at that moment. Doctor, people are dying. Okay, cool. So now I go towards 16. There I have my own room now. I have my own room, own shower, own TV. It's a big ward that has different rooms for each and every one of patients. Each and every one of the patients in there. Okay, cool. Fine. I get there. They start me on a new medication in jail. Like, well, it was a yellowish one. It was a yellowish, I think. It was, every time you drink it, when you burp, you like everything. The smell, it's losing focus now. The smell, everything comes out with wako. Okay, now I'm in ward 16. When I get there, I'm the youngest, guys. I was 16. I was the youngest. People they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s. We are late. Hey, guys. Okay, cool. So now, I don't know if I'm gonna have part 2 for this or what. I don't know if I'm gonna have part 2 for this, but I just hope everything is, Okay, cool. So I get to ward 16. They show me around, They show me my room and everything. It was in July, late July. August, sharp. And then late August, they start me on a new medication now. They say that I don't know what it's called. Where they, I don't know, guys, I'm not a doctor yet. I don't know. So there are machines that they put on your body to check your heart rate, how your heart is, you know what I mean, so that they can see Gucci, is it suitable for you to be given this medication or not. So now I don't know what's it called. I'm gonna Google. I don't know what's it called. It's not one, so right. Okay, so now they put on these machines and they see how my heart is, what, and then they like, okay, your heart is okay. We're gonna start you on beta. It's Bedaquilline. I'm gonna write the word Bedaquilline. It's called Bedaquilline. So now they're putting me on Bedaquilline. Guys, I had to delete some stuff for me to continue this video. Oh my gosh. I need someone to sponsor me with a camera, or to bless me with a camera rather. Okay, so they put me on Bedaquilline. Guys, it felt like I was starting afresh with this medication, because here I am now. I'm vomiting. I'm feeling nauseous. I sleep all the time. Like, I'm no longer that fresh girl anymore. I'm always you know. Okay, cool. So Bedaquilline, they told me that I'm gonna be drinking it for how long? 6 months. I'm not really sure. I forgot, guys. 6 months. I'm not really sure. So fine. Okay, fine. Okay, Bedaquilline, and it's in August, September, October, November. I'm still there. So now, during those months, we usually they like, when every month, guys, I forgot, every month you cough, you know, they take your sputum. They take your sputum every month. So when the results come back, they tell you, Gucci, your results are looking good, your results are wada. So if your results are looking good, you are like, in XDR there is two culture. The sputum water, it's called a culture. There's two cultures. So if you have your first culture and your other tests are looking good, you can go home for the weekend. So now it's going to December. So there's a group that leaves on the 2nd and comes back on the, I'm not really sure when they come back. And then there's another group that's gonna leave on the 22nd and they come back on the 2nd of January. Okay, 22nd for so now I took the one from the 22nd of December until the 2nd of January. So I'm gonna spend it with my family. You know, I can't be spending Christmas in a hospital, in hospital. So at least now I'm getting better. You know, I can go home and visit family. So I went to visit my dad and this job. Okay, cool. So now on the 28th, I remember I woke up, went to the bathroom. While I was in the bathroom, I get a call. And then I answer, hello. So it's my doctor, the one who transferred me from MDR to XDR. He's calling me. May he so rest in peace. Oh my gosh. He passed away. He passed on 2018, if I'm not mistaken, in August 2018. So now he calls me. He says to me, hi. He liked calling me Zotumo. So, hi Zotumo, did you eat your Christmas well? I'm like, yes doc, it was okay, it was fantastic, you know. Okay, so I have good news for you. I'm like, what is it? And then he says to me, your second culture is back and it's negative. I'm like, what? And then he tells me that I should spend New Year with my family and then the next day I should come back so that they can discharge me, you know, fully. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know. You know, you just make the girl happy right now. So, and then I tell my dad all the good news and everything. So I tell him that I have to go back to hospital on the 2nd so that I can be discharged and go back to Carltonville, go back to my life, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. And then on the second yan, I go back home. I don't know which day of the week it was. I think it was on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, from then when you get discharged, the transport from the hospital takes you from the hospital to your nearest clinic where you live. So now it transport from Caesar Hospital took me from Caesar Hospital even bigger Carltonville Central Clinic. Okay, so now when I get there, I have to do the registration again because I don't know what happened to my file. Okay, cool, do registration, everything, and then they tell me that every month I have to go to the clinic to collect sputum, and then on this month you have to come to Caesar Hospital for your X-rays, your whatever, because this TB is an opportunist disease, so it can creep on any time. Remember, you had it in 2012 and then you finished your course for 6 months. Now it's back for 2 years. You have to be careful, Okay, cool, sharp, And then it's in January now. I'm back, and then I asked the doctor, can I go back to school? He's like, yes, you're no longer dangerous to the people. You don't have to wear a mask anymore. I'm like, kudos to that. So now in January, like, because she didn't know that I was gonna be discharged in January. Also, now I didn't know what I was gonna be. I thought maybe I'm gonna be in February, March. That's all. So now it's in January. I have to go to school. Like, naganjani, guys, I have to go back to school. So now I said there's like January looking for a school, and then I get the school, and I tell the principal, Guti, I have ETB, but I am on medication. So the doctor said that I should not worry about anything as long as I am doing my part, which is drinking my medication every day. Then I will not have to stress about infecting any other people in the school. Right? Okay, cool. The principal understood and everything like that. Then I start school. Okay, guys, everything is fine. One thing about me, if I'm not ready, I'm not gonna talk about something. So I never told anyone about TB in my school. I even made new friends. I never told them anything. As long as that's good. When I get home, I drink my medication. Nothing should be discussed with any of them. Okay, cool. Grade 10, I do. 2017, right? Grade 10, I pass. Grade 11, I'm still on the treatment, by the way. So I go every month to Caesar. Now it's not every month, it's after 3 months now. After 3 months I'm going to Caesar for a checkup. Okay. 2018, I'm in grade 11 now. Okay, cool. So out of the blue, during the day, it was the second last period. Out of the blue, the intercom calls grade 11B. I don't know if my classmates are gonna watch this, but if they do, then they should know that the reason why they called grade 11B was because they wanted to test them. I was in grade 11B, so they called my class to come to the office. So everyone was wondering, what's happening? So when we get to the office, they give us like bottles to cough. And then they explain everything. We are nurses, we are testing for TB. You know how high school people are, especially those naughty ones. They'll be like, yeah, so this one smokes RG, this one has TB. They're making jokes about it, and I'm also laughing because I'm not offended. I know I'm doing my part. Grade 11B test for TB that day, and they tell us that they're going to be back next week with the results. I'm like, okay, cool. A week passed on. If they get data, guys, the next didn't come back. A month, I even forgot. Now that I think about it, I think no one in my class contracted the TB. By the way, guys, TB is an airborne disease. You can get it anywhere, So I don't know. It could be the guy in Cape Town who didn't finish his course, or now I got it on my way to school because I was using e-train to go to school, so I could have gotten it there or anything like that. But I'm just stating how everything happened, So I'm not shifting the blame on anyone. Disclaimer, by the way. So grade 11, I finished my treatment. So now I started in 2016, right? 2017, 2018. 2018, they tell me that they stopping the medication now. Like, totally, I'm not gonna drink any. I'm done with TB, guys. So now I am discharged from medication TB, like, completely. it's in 2018, right? So now I still have to go to the Sizwe to get my x-ray checked, because guys, remember my x-ray when I got there, half of my lung was there. So now I need to go check every time, Guti, is my lung still paired, yabo? Ngathi kanti yabo ihalf enye ihambile yabo without realizing. I'm joking, guys, but you know. So I tell my friends, Guti, guys, remember yesterday they said that we should go to the office. I tell my friends, not the whole class, like really. And then I tell them, Guti, they were testing for TB and they wanted to see, Guti, I have not infected anyone. Guys, I'm not a selfish person. If I know, Guti, it's gonna infect the other person next to me, I don't tell them, but I make sure, Guti, I am doing my part as a modern citizen, rather. Guti, I don't want someone to fall sick because of me. You know what I mean? So I am very proud of myself, Guti. I did my part. I drank my medication for 2 years as I was supposed to, and I did not infect anyone, especially in my school, because like there's a lot of people. At least at home we are 3. It's me, Mister, and her son. You know. So now I was so happy that the results came back and everyone was negative and no one got the TB or anything like that. So I got discharged. So now I have to go every month, not every 6 months, sorry, every 6 months to Sizwe hospital to check with, am I still okay. Then I did 2019. I went 2019 January. I went June. I went in December. Then I went in 2020 in January. When I went in July, they told me that they are discharging me for good. I have no what with them, no relationship with them anymore. I am done and I should never come back there. Guys, I met a lot of amazing people there. I do not want to lie. A lot of amazing people that changed my life. I've learned a lot from them. I'm still in communication with them, by the way. So like NJ, we were one tight group, if I can say, during that time in 2016, like that group that was there in 2016. And now, actually last year when I went there, only a few people were there, like in the whole entire hospital. And I was so glad, Guti. A lot of people are taking responsibility. People are doing the right thing, and like we should care for one another, guys. Imagine if one of my friends rather had like she was coughing, so she was scared. I told her, relax, I know I'm doing my, but in case, just go test, and she did. She came back negative. So if someone in my circle got it, I would have felt really bad. But then at the same time, I don't know, because as I have said, it's an airborne disease. Like, you can get it anywhere, in a taxi, in a what. But yeah, man, So I refused to wear Isfonyo in 2016 because I thought, I was scared of what people are gonna say. Look at us now, 2021. Everyone is wearing a mask wherever they go. Guys, the universe, like everything, So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Please do like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Guys, I need to get to 1K. We need to get to 1K subscribers. Please, 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 please tell your